Commenting on the recent U.S. strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities, geopolitical strategist John Sitilides suggested that Tehran may find itself increasingly isolated on the global stage. There will be very little support from not only Europe but even from Iran's Gulf neighbors. He said, noting that many of these nations are Sunni Arab states that Iran has historically sought to undermine, destabilize and overthrow over the past 4 decades. Sitilides' remarks reflect a broader sentiment among analysts that Iran's regional posture has eroded trust among its neighbors, making diplomatic backing in times of crisis unlikely. His assessment comes amid a wave of international reactions to the strikes, with many countries urging de-escalation while stopping short of endorsing Iran's position.
I would be very surprised if there were not some measure of retaliation by the Iranian government. First of all, to save face with their own people. Right? I mean, there's 85 to 90 million Iranians, most of whom, by the way, are Persian, but 45% or so are not Persian, but are Azeris and a number of other ethnicities. So there is no single Iranian/Persian body of support for this government. But I think first and foremost, regime survival is the paramount interest right now for the supreme leader, Khamenei, and for the leaders of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, or whatever new leaders are in place after this series of very successful assassinations and executions by the Israeli Defense Forces of the government and military leaders in Iran over the last week and a half. But in terms of international support, my own sense is that there will be very little support, not only from Europe, but even from Iran's Gulf neighbors. I mean, most of these are Sunni Arab countries whom Iran has actively sought to undermine, destabilize, and overthrow for the last 46 years, ever since this radical Shia theocracy took over the government in Tehran. Now, will they voice objections to the U.S. operation? Yes, they will. It'll be mostly rhetorical exercises, and most likely behind the scenes, government leaders in Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Bahrain, Iraq, Jordan, Egypt, Oman are all very, very happy that this is taking place and that there's the potential strategic weakening of Iran as a regional destabilizer and the world's leading international sponsor of state terrorism. So we need to keep all of this in mind in terms of 45 years of malign behavior by Iran in the region. I would be very surprised if